Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to thank our co-organizers. I would like to start with a short summary of the statement that Estonian representatives of KOOS party were intended to do during this side event. Let me start with this. I will read the summary. The Estonian KOOS Together party expresses great concerns about the growing abuse of national security legislation in Estonia, particularly at the hands of the Estonian Internal Security Service, KAPO. KAPO has increasingly become an instrument of repression targeting activists, human rights defenders, and opposition figures like Aivo Peterson, under the pretext of protecting national security. This misuse of power is evident in the unjustified detention of Peterson, who has been imprisoned without conviction based on absurd charges of his non-violent activities. His continued imprisonment coupled with threats and intimidation aimed at his fellow party members reflects a broader climate of fear and political suppression orchestrated by KAPO. Peterson's case highlights the increasing erosion of democratic principles in Estonia, a situation that has garnered the attention of international human rights bodies, including UN Working Group on Arbitrary Detention. So now I will move to my presentation. Distinguished colleagues, esteemed panelists, and honored guests. The misuse of state security laws to suppress dissent, target whistleblowers, and silence opposition is a growing concern, particularly in Western Europe, where these laws, originally designed to protect national security, are increasingly weaponized. The abuse is evident in the prolonged detention of Julian Assange, whose nearly 14 years ordeal revealed systemic failures in protecting free speech and political dissent. Despite rulings from the various UN mechanisms, the failure of the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights to act swiftly and impartially underscores significant gap in protection. This pattern is seen in Estonia, where Aivo Peterson has been charged with absurd accusations linked to his non-violent political activities, simply for representing the Russian-speaking minority in Estonia. The intimidation his party members have faced further highlights the growing climate of fear engineered by the state security agency KAPO. Similarly, Yulia Serebrennik, an entrepreneur of Jewish origin, had her assets unlawfully seized by the Turkmen government based solely on her ethnicity, showing how state security apparatus is being abused to marginalize minorities. In China, the situation is no different. Chinese entrepreneurs, particularly Uyghur and Hong Kong business people, have faced disproportionate sanctions under the false pretext of promoting their rights. These sanctions have inflicted significant economic and social harm, undermining their businesses while stripping them of their political and civil rights, all under the guise of national security by a foreign country. This raises serious concerns about adherence to international law, further highlighting a global trend of repressing under the false pretenses. In conclusion, there is an urgent need to restructure the UN human rights approach to ensure that all voices, whether the Global South, Western Europe, China, are protected equally without bias. Immediate action is required to halt the continued misuse of state security laws, the rise of anti-Semitism, and targeting the minorities, including Uyghurs and Hong Kong entrepreneurs, under the pretext of national security of the foreign countries. Thank you.